How's it going, guys? This is Apple Facts here, back again with another video. You probably heard about the iOS 11, didn't you? But you heard about all of the betas, but now it got real. You can go into the settings and you'll see the prompt to update right there. So whether you already updated or not, in this video I'll be telling you everything about the iOS 11. It's like a summary of all the beta versions in order to let you know what are the most important things present in the iOS 11, so let's get started. So going to the settings, I can see it there already. Its size is roughly 1.9 gigabytes, but as I mentioned in every update video, the size of the update may vary and that depends on the device you're installing it on. I'm using the iPhone 7 right now, by the way. Also, if you are installing the beta updates, then you won't see this right now, because you already run the GM version, and the GM is exactly the same as this one right here. Let's finally install it by clicking download and install button. Since this is an update of a size of almost 2 gigabytes, it'll take longer than a smaller update. By the way, I'm expecting to see another small update being released really soon, something like iOS 11.1, or not 11.1, but like 11.0.1, in order to fix the minor bugs and glitches every new update comes with. Now, as you can see, the installing process has finished, so we can finally take a look at all the important stuff this major iOS update contains. First of all, as I like to take a look at the storage before and after updating, apparently there is not an option to do it now, because the capacity in iOS 11 is shown only as the full capacity. I mean, if you have a 32GB device, you'll see here the number 32, but that's not the real capacity, as you know for sure. On 32GB iPhone, the storage I can actually use is a lot smaller, about 28GB or so. But since now we won't be able to compare the numbers anymore, which is kind of disappointing. But the available storage is something we can still take a look at to see the difference. So the capacity is 28.3 gigabytes, and this is the last time we can see it like this because of the circumstances I was talking about, and the available is at 1.43 gigabytes. Now after the update got installed, as you can see, we gained a lot of storage. Now the available is at 4 gigabytes. Going from 1.4 all the way to 4, it's really great. Now, what is the first thing you can see when you unlock your freshly updated device? Well, there is a major redesign of the icons. Not really, but there are some changes present right on the home screen. Taking a look at the maps, the look is similar, but it's not the same. In terms of the other icons that have been tweaked in any way, the camera looks a little bit different. It's more simple and it doesn't have the lines in it anymore. To the other icons that have been changed belongs the App Store and iTunes Store as well. This time the change is a little more significant, but not only that, the change is also present when you open up the application. Everything looks more childish, I would say, with more pictures and stuff like that. Also in the App Store, you can make in-app purchases without opening the application, and there is a possibility to rate an app while using it, so you don't need to go over to the App Store again to do that. As we are already talking about opening apps, you may also notice that the animation has changed in iOS 11. Now it seems like the icon pops up to you at first, or at the moment you tap it, and after that it goes full screen. You can't really say if one is better than the other, but it's just different, so it gives you the refreshed feeling. Then you'll start to play around your phone. You swipe up and notice the control center is completely overhauled. Everything looks different than before. There is only one page that covers the entire screen, the background is blurry, and besides the fact that there is a number of new toggles, you can even customize the layout and amount of toggles in the settings. When you swipe down, the new page comes up. It's called Cover Sheet in iOS 11, and it's basically the notification center and lock screen combined together. So when you want to access it, you find yourself being on the lock screen, which might be confusing at first, but you definitely get used to it. Also, the new way of viewing notifications is really nice. There are also some smaller changes not everyone might know at first. For example, when relocating the icons, you can tap on the others as well in order to move more applications at once. And that is really convenient. As you can see, there is the badge up top to show the numbers of apps you're moving at the moment. It looks familiar, just like the badge you can see on every other icon, with the difference that it's blue now. Number of new wallpapers. I would honestly never believe that I'll see something like this when iOS 11 will get released, but it's reality. I made a separate video about it, talking about all of them, also with links where you can get them in case you're not updating yet. So check it out if you want, the link can be found in the description. Native screen recording is also a thing in a brand new version of iOS. Back in the day, we had to download third-party apps that couldn't even be part of the App Store because Apple took them down, and now it's part of the iOS 11. Kind of surprising, but it's definitely great. It can be accessed in the redesigned control center in case you're wondering about that. Another small little touch is one-headed keyboard present on the iPhone as well. It's mostly for the people having the Plus models of the iPhone with a bigger screen, and there it may come in handy. The next little useful refinement is the support for QR codes in stock camera. So you just point your camera at one of the codes and it will immediately tell what it means, or give you the link to get somewhere. And there's the dark mode. There are many speculations before the iOS 11 and even after the first beta, like if it's a legit dark mode or not. Well, technically it's just an inverted colors, but it's called Smart Invert, and it means that the content like pictures and videos doesn't get inverted and it can be considered as a real dark mode. And that's it, the iOS 11 available to download for everyone across the globe. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to click the like button for me. You can also subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos like this. We have actually hit 5,000 subscribers the other day, so thank you so much for your support, I really appreciate it. Have a nice day and see you in the next one.